Greetings LinkedIn and YouTube. This is a bonus video. So for this will be for, or at least the topic was inspired by Tima El-Haj. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. And this is, I want to give credit to this video because she kept me positive when I was feeling negative. This is for consistent persistence. So obviously I saw her video and it was a good video. So I'll just give you guys my interpretation of how you have consistent persistence. What is it? Why does it matter? What is the point of it? So first I want to break these two words apart. First we have persistence. What is persistence? So my definition of persistence is one's ability to be able to persist at a very challenging and uncomfortable task. To persist is to have discomfort. You're persisting at the task because you have an intrinsic or extrinsic motivation by which pushes you forward through to the task. Okay? So that's my definition of persistence. You persist even though it's challenging and hard and there is no evident immediate gratification. And then we have consistence, which is being able to do something again and again and again, which gives you the opportunity to practice, which builds competence. Okay? So the first issue or factor, if you will, with consistent persistence is most people such as ourselves, we're persistent because we have a goal we want to get to and we strive towards arriving towards that goal. But typically we're not consistently persistent, and we're typically not consistently persistent when it comes towards starting a task and continuing it after we start it, because good things take time. So this is where consistent persistence pays off. So what is consistent persistence? Consistent persistence means your ability to be able to develop a high pain threshold and mental discomfort threshold. People with this mentality or this trait are not fazed by pain very easily or by discomfort. They thrive in it. They revel in it. That's how they're able to consistently persevere at a task. And also the gym in some sense develops consistent persistence because almost on a regular basis you're exposed to these challenging elements that would make you want to go back into bed and get all warm and fuzzy. So how can we develop this consistent persistence, and who typically has it? So one observation I've made and I've been working to implement is, if we look at type A personalities, these are the personalities that typically get what they want. They typically have a very high tolerance and stress tolerance, pain tolerance and stress threshold. They're typically always have a lot of anxiety and they're very stressed all the time, which is a good thing. They suffer from eustress, which is positive stress. So if we look at them, they typically are achievers. They are goal driven and they achieve a lot of what they want to accomplish in life because they're type A personalities. Type B personalities, in some sense, I am somewhat of a type B, but I've made myself a bit of a type A just over time. It can be learned. So how do we develop this consistent persistence? How do we push past this discomfort that's always in our way? Because the goal is simple. The reward. So if we were to imagine yourself as a dog, right? If you were a dog and you wanted to get that stake and you're being put on a treadmill, then the treadmill represents discomfort. Your reward is the stake or the carrot if you're a horse. Okay, that's basically what we're doing in life. We're chasing our carrots. Some carrots may be made out of gold or platinum, and those carrots have bigger treadmills and bigger things to climb to get to the carrot. Okay, and then the reward is eating the carrot to upgrade powers. The problem though is that not all of us are adept to get certain levels of carrots. So how do we develop that? So I would say the first factor we can use to develop consistent persistence is purposefully mentally training and toughening your mind. Okay, so that's going to be involving discomfort on a regular basis. That means taking cold showers, going for runs, waking up early, very early, doing the hard crap first, not last. And I would recommend meditation as well. Anything, I would probably just say anything that really challenges you. Do an activity that challenges you either mentally, emotionally, or physically. So even if that means hanging out with someone you never liked or coming into an argument that challenges your comfort zone. So because we want to constantly get outside of our comfort zone in order for us to persist. So that'll develop your persistence habits because you're constantly exposing yourself to the elements. The second factor is associating discomfort with pleasure rather than discomfort with displeasure. We want to associate it with pleasure. So is there a way to do that? I don't know. I believe though if you do it enough times, it can almost go to the point where something is automatic. So tell yourself that the displeasure is pleasure. The pain is for your own good, to make you stronger, because that's what we want. We want as much pain and discomfort as we can get. That's how much we want it, because that's what gets us stronger. And ultimately that will help you with consistent persistence, because you're going to consistently persist because you want that discomfort. I want it now. I want the discomfort now. The third factor is to be consistently persistent is to start early. Start your goal early. So you set the tone for how you want to set your goal. My analogy is waking up early. If you wake up at 10, you basically set the tone for the rest of the day. So now it's harder to be successful. If you wake up at 6, you set the tone for the day. You're ready to be successful now. Okay? So set the tone for your goal. Prioritize it. If you actually don't just make a goal and do nothing about it. Prioritize that freaking goal. Like get on it. Say you want the goal now, because if you're avoiding your goal, you know it's hard work. You want the hard work first, not last. Okay? So those are the 3 factors I believe would work in developing the consistent persistence that that Tima talks about in her video. So I wanted to elaborate further on her idea basically, and what you can do right here, right now. Thank you, LinkedIn and YouTube.